In a world hidden from our own, tucked away in the forgotten corners of the earth, there are gardens where flowers aren't just beautiful, they are warriors. And in one such garden, under a sky painted with twilight hues, the legendary conflict was about to unfold. This is the tale of the Duel of the Two Roses. On one side stood Cinder, a rose whose petals burned with the ferocity of a wildfire. His thorns were sharp as obsidian shards, and his stem was as unyielding as forged steel. He was a creature of passion and fury, his every movement a challenge to the world. He believed strength was the only truth, and beauty was merely the armor it wore. The air around him shimmered with heat, and the lesser flowers bowed their heads, not in reverence but in fear. Opposing him was Frost, a rose of ethereal white, kissed by the moon's silver light. Her petals were delicate like spun silk, yet they held the chilling bite of a winter's dawn. Her thorns were like needles of ice, precise and deadly. Frost was a being of grace and stoicism. She moved with the quiet confidence of a queen, her presence calming the frantic energy of the garden. She believed true power lay in stillness, in the patient, unshakable force of nature itself. Their duel was no secret. The whole garden held its breath. The bluebells stopped their ringing. The daisies hid their faces, and even the proud sunflowers turned away from the setting sun to witness the clash. Cinder made the first move. With a roar that sounded like crackling embers, he lunged, his flame-colored petals swirling like a vortex of fire. He struck with his thorns, aiming to tear and shred, to overwhelm Frost with sheer raw power. But Frost was ready. She didn't meet his charge head-on. Instead, she swayed, a ghost in the wind, her icy thorns parrying his every strike with impossible precision. A shower of sparks erupted where obsidian met ice, a dazzling, dangerous display. Cinder attacked again and again, his rage growing with each failed attempt. The ground trembled beneath their silent, violent dance. He unleashed a wave of heat, trying to wilt her, to scorch her very essence. Frost, in turn, released a breath of cold, a whisper of winter that met his fire and turned it into steam. She was a fortress of calm against his storm of fury. For hours they fought, a blur of crimson and white. The sun dipped below the horizon, and the moon, a silent silver arbiter, rose to take its place. The battle had taken its toll. Cinder's fiery petals were now singed at the edges, and Frost's silky white was marred with small dark cuts. Exhaustion began to set in. They were perfectly matched, a stalemate of fire and ice. In a final, desperate surge, they threw themselves at each other one last time. But instead of a clash of thorns, something new had happened. Their stems, weary from the fight, didn't repel each other. They bent, they yielded. They began to twist and weave together like old friends in a long overdue embrace. Cinder's fiery stem wrapped around Frost's cool one, and hers curled around his in return. Their roots, which had been tearing at the earth in their fury, now reached out for one another deep beneath the soil. They intertwined, seeking not to conquer, but to connect, to anchor each other. The battle was over, not with a victor, but with a union. The heat from Cinder warmed the chill of Frost, and her coolness soothed his burning rage. They had found balance not in opposition, but in harmony. Side by side, entwined as one, the two roses fell into a deep, peaceful sleep. Above them, the moon cast its gentle glow, illuminating the impossible sight. A single plant bearing two magnificent blossoms, one of red-hot fire, the other of moonlit ice. They bloomed quietly, no longer warriors but partners, a testament to the idea that even the fiercest of rivals can find peace and a new, more profound beauty together. Thank you so much for joining me on this little journey. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It really helps us create more content like this for you. Until next time, stay curious and keep wondering.